So I've been trying to do social media for so long because it's always been a very, very clear thing to me that I want to do. I want to do YouTube. I want to share with everyone all of the things that I learned in my life that have helped me to grow, to heal from depression, from awakening, and all of these beautiful things. And it's always been something clear to me that I want to do. And yet I've struggled so much, and I'm realizing one of the main things behind my struggling to actually show up and do the content and share, besides my depression and my mood swings and my inconsistency and energy and inability to focus, I think one of the core things is the feeling that I'm not being authentic. And the reason why is because I just got diagnosed with bipolar type 2 at 29 years old. And what that means is that the version of me that you're seeing right now is a version I get to experience very, very short periods of times in my life. Right now, I feel a little bit like myself, okay? And that means I'm not experiencing depression and I'm neither experiencing like mania, right? Like crazy high energy. So the problem is that I used to identify with the high energy, and when I'm not high energy, everything else under that will be depression, right? Like I'm depressed because I barely experience any time in the normal, like what I'm feeling right now. So for me, it's either I'm myself or I am depressed. So I always thought that I was struggling just from a major depressive disorder, right? But now I'm understanding that I'm actually suffering from bipolar disorder. That what it means is that I'm either depressed, I'm either high energy, with which both, if I think about it, both actually don't really feel like myself, or I'm in the middle where I get to be like myself, which is like a window of time that I barely get to enjoy and experience. But now that I'm becoming aware of it, this is all I'm going to look forward to. Like, I don't want any more of the highs. I don't want any more of the highs. I stopped smoking weed. I stopped like chasing the highs. I don't care about the highs. I am sick of depression. I just want to be myself. I just want to be myself. But now I wonder, now that I have this awareness, right? Then I thought it would be really cool if I can create content and I can be forward about the fact that I'm in either of these three places. So I can be like, hey, I am someone who suffers from bipolar disorder. Right now, I'm experiencing high energy, like everything is amazing, and I'm super happy, and everything is love, and oh my God, I'm enlightened, right? Because that's the type of content that I used to do all the time. Like I will show up on Instagram only when I was feeling amazing and high and beautiful, right? Like, but then when I will be depressed, I will isolate. I won't post anything. And eventually I started to post a little bit of like when I was feeling down also, and that made me feel like I was being a little bit more authentic. You can see my how I change subjects right now, how I kind of like lose track of my thought. That's also a bipolar thing. But anyways, I want to come back to the idea of me being able to do content authentically by being honest about the fact that maybe I'm making content when I'm depressed, maybe I'm making content when I am high energy, or maybe I'm making content like now, like where I feel more like myself. Okay? So, wow. Yeah. I think like just to finish up this video, maybe doing this and understanding and coming to acceptance with the fact that I am experiencing this, it would be a way for me to heal it and for me to be able to show people and show like raise awareness. But I'm definitely doing this for myself. I need to do this for myself more than anything. I need to understand what I'm going through so I can have a better lifestyle eventually. And the other thing that I will say is that what I'm thinking as a strategy beyond taking medication, which I actually started to do, I started taking fluoxetine and aripiprazole to raise my energy, but also to keep it from going manic. I think what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start to capitalize on the days that I feel like myself. I'm going to start to capitalize the hell out of these days, out of these moments, to create the life that is going to allow me to be less triggered to go into depression or into manic. So create a more stable life and create a better life where I can cope better with this situation as it gets better. This is one thing. The other thing is that I'm not a scientist, I'm not a physician, but intuitively, I feel like all of these disorders, depression, bipolar, ADHD, all of these things, I feel like they are 100% always caused by two things. And it's by having a gene that has a predisposition to these disorders, but also they get triggered and they get activated through environment. So if you had the right environment in your childhood to trigger those genes, then you'll probably have this disorder. So what this tells me is that I am not this. I might have come to this life, to this world, as a soul. I came and I chose this body, and I chose my parents, and I chose the trauma I went through with these specific mental disorders, because this will enable me my purpose on this planet. It will enable me to remember and to get triggered about the things that I came here to refine within my soul. So all of these things are in me. I am the soul, and I am a godly soul, okay, that has come here to expand. And the way that it's done, it's by choosing this body with those specific mental disorders. So it's very important for me to not identify with this. It's just to understand that I'm experiencing these symptoms, the symptoms of bipolarism. That's what I'm experiencing, but I am not bipolar. Okay, that is very, very important for me. That gives me a very, it gives me a lot of strength and empowers me to come from a place of ownership, and also to understand that maybe there are things I can do to better my life, to change. Maybe I can heal myself. Maybe my life is worth living because I can expand. Also because how I can show up regardless of this challenge, which is one win on its own, right? And also the ability that maybe I do have the ability to heal myself. And I will never stop looking for ways to heal myself. So it's two things, right? It's the ability to show up regardless of having it, because maybe this thing just came to challenge me. As let's say if as a soul I can share my gift and I can come and fulfill my purpose regardless of this challenge, of this mental disorder. And also, can I heal myself? So I'm taking on these two challenges. Okay, this is what gives me the strength to keep on going, even with the crazy hardships of enduring like depression and bipolarism and all of these things. So let me know if you have any questions. And also, if you suffer from bipolar, I'm just discovering this. So if you actually have experience with it and you have any tips of like what helped you in general, or just perspectives on it, let me know what you think. On the comments, like I really like to learn from everybody, and let's share the knowledge so we can all help each other. Much love.